So we're going to take some cleansing breaths. We're going to breathe in, and we're going to imagine we're blowing out a candle. And doing 2 more of these. And these ones are great if you're doing any kind of breathing exercise and you kind of forget how to breathe, which sounds mad, but sometimes it happens. It's kind of like you keep taking 2 in breaths and thinking, I can't remember how to breathe. And it's just that breath out that we kind of forget to do. But if you do a bit of cleansing breaths, it helps just to regulate the breathing. So we're going to change our legs. We're going to breathe in, lifting the arms up. And as we breathe out, we're going to reach forward, bring our hands down, let our head drop, let ourselves drop forward. Hold it here, 3 breaths. Breathing into the back of the body, breathing out through the front of the body. Don't worry if everything's like, oh, I can't go anywhere, it doesn't matter. We're going to lift our arms up as we breathe in. We're going to bring the hands behind our back, breathing out. And as we breathe in, we're going to push our knees down, push our chest forward, pull our shoulder blades together, look up. Hold it here. Breathe into the chest, breathe out through the back. Lifting the arms up as we breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're bringing the hand down onto the side, leaning over. Look up towards the ceiling. Try and push the knees down towards the floor. Make sure that your bum cheeks are down as well, that your bum cheek hasn't lifted off the floor. We're breathing into the top of that lung. We're breathing out through the bottom. We're going to breathe in, lift. And breathe out, take it over the other side. So again, looking through the front of the arm, pushing the knees down, breathe into the top of the lung, breathe out through the bottom of the lung. Breathing in, lift. Now as you breathe out, we're going to spin round, bringing one hand onto one knee so that it pulls. The other hand can go on the floor. Or you can reach it round to bring it onto the thigh, then you can. If you can't, don't worry. You'll go fine on the bottom. Now we're breathing diagonally, so whichever way you're turning, you're breathing into the front of that lung and breathing into the back of the opposite lung. We're going to lift the arms, breathing in. Bring it all the way around the side. Bring the arms down. So we're going to change them legs. Let's do the same thing. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, reaching forward. Sliding the hands out. Let the body roll forward. Breathe into the back of the body, out of the front of the body. And breathing in, lift. Breathe out, bring the hands behind. Breathe in, push forward. Breathe into the front of the chest, breathe out through the back. This is a lovely one to open up the chest as you've been working. all day on computers or leaning forward. Then bringing the arms up as you breathe in. Breathe out, reaching over to the side. I swap sides, but you don't have to, don't. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, lift. Breathe out, turn, look back. Lift in. Breathe out. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, bring it down. So let's do a little bit more of our legs. Whichever that leg is at the front, you're going to swing it out, swing it round, and bring yourself onto your knee. So you've got one knee between the hands. This back leg, keeping the knee down, you're going to slide the foot away. You're lifting the body up, looking up, shoulders back, and then you're going to bring your chest down. If you can get your head on the floor, great. If you've got a block, you can put it on there, or you can bring a fist under and let your head relax here. As you're breathing, you'll be pushing into your leg. You should feel it pushing against it. Now, this is a brilliant stretch if you suffer with sciatica. It works on that sciatic muscle, as well as stretching the front of the leg. So if you're sitting a lot, it opens up the psoas muscle. So we're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to roll our shoulders back. Come up onto your fingertips. Lift your body up. Lift the head up, push back. You'll feel the stretch all the way through the body. And then we're going to push back to our knees and bring the other knee forward. So bringing it through the through the hands. Taking that foot back a little bit more. Lift the body up and then roll the chest down. If you can get the head down, and then you can bring the arms out in line with the body. You look more like a swan. But make sure the head's relaxed, so it's on the floor or resting on your hands or on a block. As you're breathing, you should feel the belly pushing against the knee, and that's starting to massage the internal organs. It's starting to massage the bowel. Again, helps with getting rid of anything that's in there, squeezing it out. So let's lift ourselves back up. So up, shoulders back, lift up. Let the hips drop down. Feel the stretch through the thigh. And then let's bring it back. We'll try one more of those again. Bringing that leg through, sliding that back leg back. I'm going to pull my trousers up so you can see I'm going to lift my leg in a moment, my knee off the floor. So again, lifting up, let the body go down. Take the arms out if they can go, but make sure that head's relaxed. Breathe into your belly, let it push against your leg. Bring the hands back under the shoulders. Lift the body up, shoulders roll back, head lifts. Now push into the top of the foot, see if you can lift your knee up at the back. And as soon as you do that, you'll feel that extra pull into that stomach, into that zone. And let's change sides last time. Bringing it in, sliding that back leg back, lift yourself up, let yourself drop down. You'll feel the stretch through the front of the knee at the same time, and the stretch through the front of the foot as well. Bring the hands underneath, lift the body up, lift that knee, stretch, feel that stretch for the front of the body, working the back of the body. From here, we're tucking our toe and we're going to lift into down dog. We're going to walk our heels, so trying to push one foot at a time down to the floor. And we're looking forward, and we're going to step our feet in, bend the knees, breathe in, lift up, reach back. And bring the hands down to prayer. Lovely. So, we're going to bring ourselves into sun salutation. But first we're going to take ourselves into mountain pose. So, making sure that the feet are in line with the hips. I missed the neck stretches today. No, never mind, I'll put them in. Lift the toes up, so we engage the feet. Make sure that the knees are in the same direction as the toes, or adjust them thighs if you need to. Tighten up the front thigh. Engage the back thigh, so imagine squeezing together. Squeeze your bum muscle, and then you'll find that the back thigh will come in, and then the side thigh will come in. You do all of them in that order, everything comes in a bit more. Bring the pelvic floor in, so imagine you're having a breaking wind, sometimes having a wee, and then brace or pull back that stomach, but to make sure you can still breathe. Shoulders back and down, chin tucked down. Bring the hands together, push them together. Close your eyes. Ask for anything you want. As you breathe out, you can bend the knees to bring the hands down towards the floor, letting the head drop forward. As you're breathing in, straighten the legs, pull the shoulders back, tuck the chin in, get a nice straight back into a half bend. We'll start with the right leg. Bend the knees, step the foot back. You can take that knee down, you can keep it here if you want, you can lift up. And if you really want to, you can add a bit more by bringing that knee off the floor, but you don't have to. Bring the hands down, And come to the knee, bring yourself up to down dog from there if you want. Make sure that the fingertips are pushing, that you're pushing with the knuckles, that you're not collapsing into the wrist. There shouldn't be pain in the wrist. It should be all through the fingers and through the toes. Come up onto your tiptoes and come forward into plank. The heels push forward, the shoulders pull back, the elbows face forward. You can bend the knees if you need to, bend the elbows, bring the chest down, lift into Sphinx or into Cobra. Don't let the head drop. Pull the head neck out of the shoulders. Tuck the toes. If you want, you can push back to your knees and come up from there. Lovely. Think about pushing your bum right up into the air and your heels down to the floor. You're going to lift your left foot up in the air, and as you lift the left foot up, you should find the heel of the right foot will go down a little bit further. Pull the knee in towards the chest, look forward and step it between your hands. Again, it's up to you at what point you want to come to. Push back and big step. You can bend the knees, let the head drop. Lift the head, bend the knees, breathe in, lift up. Let's go to the other side. Breathe out into our forward bend. Breathe in to a half bend. Remember, work with yourself, not how I'm doing it. Step back as you breathe out with the left foot. Breathe in as you're lifting the arms up. Remember, you can drop that knee if you want. Good. Still going to work that psoas muscle. Bring the hands down. Breathe out as you step back and you come into down dog any way you want to. We're coming up onto our tiptoes as we breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're rolling forward into our plank position. We're coming down and lifting up into cobra or up dog, depending again what you can do, and breathing out back into our down dog. Lift the right foot up and breathe in. Feel that stretch through the side of the body. Breathe out, bring it through the hands. Breathe in, lift. And breathe out, back into a forward bend. Bend the knees, stretch, breathe in, lift up, and breathe out. Bring the hands down. Lovely. Should be nice and warm. So I'll stick with 2. Normally I would do 4 when we were doing an hour and a half. So I reduced it slightly. Now we're going into straight leg triangle. If you've got a block, use a block. If you can't get to the floor, use your leg. It's not that important about getting to the floor. We've got 2 creamy legs. It's a running leg, so excuse my dry legs. Take your feet slightly apart. Start with both feet facing forward. Did we do this last week? I can't remember. Just got a vision of something thinking, did I do this? Yeah. So, Thursday morning I did it, that's why. There's too many classes, my head's just going a bit mad. So, turning the foot out. Now make sure that your hip doesn't turn with it. You want to keep your hips facing forward. So even if it means that you can't get that foot all the way out, as soon as you turn it, it starts to bring that one. Bring it back in so that the hips still stay forward. It's most important. We're keeping the legs straight, but we're not locking the knees. So there should be still a little bit of give in them knees. We're going to lift up the toes again to engage the thighs. We're going to squeeze the legs together. We're going to squeeze our bum. We're going to squeeze our side thigh. Now that front leg, that's moved. So they're not in the same place they were. Well, they are, but they're just pointing a different way. We're going to pull in our pelvic floor, so at the back and the front, but we're going to keep our abdominal nice and loose. Otherwise, when we try to twist it, we're pulling it, it puts a bit of tightness on it, so we keep that nice and loose. We can take our opposite hand thumb down and bring it behind our back. If we don't want to bring it in, we don't have to. And then the foot that's out, we bring the thumb up. We're going to reach over, and you'll be able to feel where your hand is on the back if there's any kind of twist. Then you're going to bring the hand down and place it on the leg, on the block, anything you want. This top arm, bring the elbow back, and it'll twist you up towards the ceiling. Hold it here. Imagine you're in between a pane of glass. You can't go forward, you can't go backwards. And then we're going to lift ourselves between that pane of glass, come straight up. So again, you don't want to move forward in case you bang into it. Take the hand down. Lift the toe, bring it back in. Let's try the other side, so turning it out, keeping that hip pulling back. Tighten up the leg muscles, the pelvic floor. Take the hand behind, the other hand goes up, thumbs up. Reach out as if there's something just out of your reach. Have another breath, and then as you're breathing out again, bring it down, place it anywhere it wants to go. That top elbow, pull it back, and look up towards the ceiling. You'll feel as if you're being pulled back, as if your chest is being stretched towards, up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to breathe in to lift ourselves back up. Undo, bring it in. So we're going to move this back hand. But before we do, when it's behind our back, we're going to take it out and keep it by our bum. And our little finger will be up. From the shoulder, you're going to turn the hand all the way around. As you do it, you'll see the shoulder start to roll backwards. So it'll again twist you. So you get a thumbs up. Then you're going to lift your arm, and it'll get to a point where your arm will probably go, no, don't want to go, or you'll feel a pinch if you can't go any further. If you can, you bring it all the way up, and then you bring it all the way to your ear. Okay? That's when we're down. We're going to watch that. So let's start with the thumb down, bring it in, turn that foot out. Let's breathe out, reach over. Breathe in. And as we breathe out, take that hand back down to the leg. Look at that shoulder, pull it back. Now take the hand out, rest it on your bum. From here, little finger up, look at your shoulder, roll the shoulder back, bring the thumb up. Then breathe in, lift it up to the ceiling, and if you can, all the way over to your ear. It should feel as if it wants to slide you down your body. But again, try not to roll forward. Try to stay coming back so that you're looking up through the front of the arm towards the ceiling. Now we're going to bring that hand back up to the ceiling, and we're going to imagine someone's grabbed our hand and they're going to pull you up and lift you out. And that way it'll lift your rib cage up and over the body. Bring them back in. So let's try the other side. So turning it out, keeping them hips pulling back. Bring that one in. Take that one out. Tighten up them legs. Reach over. Breathe out again. Take the hand down. Look to the back. Pull the elbow back. Take the hand out. Look at the shoulder and roll it so the thumb comes up. And then breathe in. Lift it up to the ceiling. If it feels okay there, breathe in again. Bring it over by the head. Really stretching on the inside of the thighs, the waist, the shoulders. And then lifting the hand to the ceiling. Imagine being pulled up. Bring yourself out. Bring the foot in. Take the leg, the arms down. If you want to bring your legs in, give it a little shake. So we're going to take it into a twist. Now, instead of going from this way, we'll turn it, we'll step it out because it makes it a little bit easier. So, if we're standing facing our mat, we're going to take one foot forward. The back foot may want to turn out slightly, but we want to keep them hips facing directly over that foot. We don't want them pulling backwards. Now, if it's your right foot out, you're going to take your right hand, thumb down, and bring that now behind your back. You're going to take your opposite hand out. You're going to breathe out, reaching forward. Again, just wait there, just imagine something just out of your way. That's it, that's it. Breathe in, and as you breathe out again, you're going to bring the hand and again onto the block, onto your leg, wherever it wants to go. You're going to turn and have a look at your backhand and lift your elbow up and twist. Now, wherever the hand is, you'll feel that area of your back. If there's going to be any problems, you'll feel it underneath that hand. There'll be a pinching or pain. If you feel that, you're not going to twist. You're going to stay where you are and not go any further. So this is where we tend to do any injury to our back. Now to come out, we're going to come forward. We're going to bring that hand down. We're going to open that hand up. And we're back into the original one. And then we're going to lift ourselves back up. Bring ourselves back. Centre. And bring that leg in. So it's just a nicer way of getting in and out of it. So we can watch our back. Step the foot forward. So again, making sure that it's even, that the whole of the feet are down. You've got weight between the two. The foot that's out, that one's going behind our back. The other hand, the opposite hand's coming out. We're breathing out, we're reaching over and holding it there. Feel that stretch through the thighs. Big breath in, and as you breathe out again, bring the hand down. Place it anywhere it wants to go. Lift that back elbow up and twist and have a look behind you. Make sure that you can feel that back where that hand is. How does it feel? Is everything okay? There's no worries there whatsoever? No pinching, no sort of pain of any sort? So we're going to roll down, bring that hand back down to our leg or to the block. Open the arm at the front. Imagine that person's up in the roof. They're going to lift you and bring you out. Bring yourself back to centre. Step the foot back. Let's try one more. This time again, we're going to do the arm. Move that arm. So I'll show you from this one before we do it. We're down here, from there again, we're taking the hand out, the little finger will be up. Watch your shoulder, bring it round, so the thumb's up, and again, lifting it up, lift it over if you feel you can. If you can't, don't worry. Again, we're coming down, we're opening, we're lifting, we're turning back, we're stepping back. Okay. Here we go. So stepping the foot forward. The same hand goes behind your back. It's the opposite hand that comes out. We're breathing out. We're reaching over. We're breathing in. Breathing out. We're going down again. We're lifting that back arm and we're twisting to have a look to the back. If we want, we're taking the hand out. We're rolling the shoulder back, giving ourselves a thumbs up. Breathing, lift it up. Lovely. And on backwards for everybody. On the next breath, if you want, you can bring it over the head. But don't worry if it's like, no, it's not going. We're going to roll down. Bringing the hand down to the other hand, opening at the front. And lifting back up. Turn ourselves back to the front. Take the arms down. Step the foot back. Let's try one more. Step it out. The same foot, the hand goes behind. We're reaching the other one out. Breathe out, reach. Breathe out, take it down. Breathing in, twist. And then turning the hand if you want. Breathing in, lifting the arm up. Make sure the thumb's turning over your head. That's it. So you're always giving yourself a thumbs up. Always a thumbs up. Good. Lovely. Bring the hands down so you're closing in and then you're opening at the front. Coming into triangle, lovely, and then coming out of triangle. And then twisting back. And all of this, make sure that we're controlling what happens through the spine. We don't want to, if you're going to do anything to your lower back, it tends to be when we do that kind of movement. So exactly what we've just been doing. But what I'm trying to do is to keep the spine as straight as possible as we're going up and down. So where am I next? Oh, half moon. So with this, we're going to start off on our feet. You're going to take your feet nice, a little bit wider, turn the toes out, bring the hands up so you're onto your thumb. You're going to move your weight onto one foot. Tighten up that muscle, pull the stomach muscles in, find a spot on the floor. If you can, flex that other foot. Hold it there. Stretching the arms out. Now this is half moon. It's working all your side muscles plus the side of your thigh. And you don't have to go any further than here. You'll feel it working through the shoulders, through the arms. Make sure that your arms aren't coming forward, that they're reaching backwards, and that they're pulling out to the side. And then we're going to bring it down, and you can always give your arms a rest. If it kills your arms, take the arms out as well. Put more hands on your thing. It's more about the balance. So let's try the other side. So again, if you want, you can keep them down or thumbs up. Move the weight, tighten up that leg, pull that stomach muscle in, find your spot, flex your foot. Make sure you're breathing. Pull the arms backwards so that we're not going forwards. Now the balancing or the kind of wobbling around, that's your body trying to go with gravity. Bring it down. So this time we're going to let gravity rule and let it go. So, bringing yourself out. If you've got a block, put it down. Flex your foot. Rotate. Let gravity do its work. And then coming back up. It will just do it, as soon as you start going, gravity will just throw you over. Like I said, if it's easy, you've got a block, because then you haven't got to go down too far. Or you can grab a chair or anything like that if you're doing it at home. But all the side of your body is starting to work, all these muscles around here. So let's do the other side. So bringing the weight over, reach the arms out, tuck the chin in, flex. You don't need to go if you don't want to. And then back up. Give your arms a little shake. So we're going to take it into more of a back bend. So we're going into standing bow. Again, if you need to, you can always, if you have to, go and hold on to a bike or something so that you don't fall over. Try and find your spot on the floor. So again, if you hear noises, take no notice unless they're shouting fire. Try to just concentrate on yourself. If you've got a band, you might want to use the band as well and you can't reach the foot. Find your spot. Start off on the one leg, tighten all the muscles. Again, pull the pelvic floor in. but not the abdominals. We need to stretch them. So we're going in the opposite direction. Bring your foot up and you're trying to flex the foot and grab hold of the ankle. So it's not the toe, it's the ankle. Flexing the foot. Take the hand out, keep the body up nice and straight. Push the foot away. Pull the shoulder back. This was stretching through the back. If you need to, I'll just have to clean it. So we don't want to go forward, it's not dancer's pose, we want to stay upright. This is bow, so we want to imagine that we're about to be fired. And then we're bringing it down, and we're going to try the other side. So finding our spot, tighten all the lesson that we're standing on, flexing the foot, bringing it up, pushing the foot away, letting the shoulder pull back, lift the chin up. And bring it down. Sorry, yeah, there was a light catching my attention there. I was thinking, what's that light? I'm telling people not to think it, but then out the corner of my eye I was thinking, that was a strange light. It was like someone was taking pictures. They weren't though. So, to make this, so if you like that you can stay there, but to make it a little bit more on the shoulder, what you could do is turn the fingers the other way round so that the thumb is on the outside, which makes the shoulder work a lot harder. You don't have to. If you're kind of thinking that was bad enough, like I'm not going any further, stick with what we've just been doing, okay? So, finding your spot, choosing your hand position, again pushing out. Taking my attention away. And then bringing it down. And let's try the other side. So finding our spot, choosing our hand position, flexing the foot that protects the knee, pushing away. And bringing it back down. Give your legs, give your arms a little shake. Just check that time. I've got a feeling it probably must be around, yeah, I was thinking it must be coming up to 7 as they're running around, making up noise. So here we go. I'm going to take it down onto the floor. So bring yourself down. I'm going to do a nice thing. So we're going to work our hands a little bit. We're going to come up onto our knees. We're taking our hands out and you're stretching the fingers out. You're bringing them down and lifting your bum and placing your fingers flat down on the floor. Now it doesn't matter how far you can go. You're just trying to keep the hands down. But you're trying to sit your bum back down. I love this stretch. One of my faves. This is a stretch of people who work on computers. Also, do anything kind of nimbly. And then bring it back up. Peel your hands off the floor. So we're going to take it the other way. So we're turning our palms over. We're again lifting up. We're stretching the fingers out. We're placing the back of the hands down. And again, we're doing the same thing. We're seeing if we can sit our bum backwards. No, harsh. And bring it back up. So if we bring our hands and our fingers out to the side, so they're pointing outwards, and we're going to lean over and come back. So we're going over and coming back. So bringing our weight and putting it on the hands, and then we're taking it back off again. Now keeping our weight over the hands, move side to side. And what we're trying to do is we're just sort of getting the wrists ready for another move. For what? And then bring it back down again. From there, just give your wrists a circle and then circle them in the other way. And if you bring them together and just kind of do this. And again, just working the shoulders and working the elbows. And we're going to bring it down. So if we sit ourselves down on our bum, lie ourselves down, pull our heels and try to get them as close to our feet, our bum as possible. You're going to bring your palms from facing flat down. You're going to roll them so the palms are going up, but the shoulder blade will come underneath, and you'll feel as if your chest is being pushed off the floor and the neck is lifted off the floor as well. So from here, you're just going to push the base of the spine. You'll find that the spine is really archy. You're going to tilt the pelvis, push the spine down into the floor. And then you're going to bring it all the way up towards the ceiling. Now there should be no pain on your neck whatsoever. But you're going to see if you can either walk your feet a bit closer to your bum, but keep the heels down, or see if you can move your shoulders a bit closer towards your heels. Doesn't matter if they can't touch, but you're just trying to get them down towards each other or up towards. And push them hips up a little bit more. Now to come down, you're going to tilt the pelvis up and you're going to try and bring a little bit of the spine down, one at a time. So the middle part of the spine touches down, so it's nice and flat. And then we've got to get to the tailbone between your bum cheeks. So you've got to roll the hips up so that you get that big arch and the tailbone goes right down. Now we're going to do the same thing again. I'll move my arm out of the way so you can see what my spine's doing. You're going to push down so that the hips are going back, the spine's going down. Then you're going to peel the spine again off the floor. Reaching up and again seeing if you can walk your foot in or walk your shoulders down. Keep pushing them hips up. You'll feel the stretch through the front of the legs, the front of the knees, opens up the chest. And we're curling down. Again, don't forget to go to the base of the spine all the way to the coccyx. And then roll it back. So, we're bringing our hands in this time. We're bringing our fingers and we're trying to pull them back and have them facing our shoulders and the palms flat down. We're doing the same thing. We're pushing the hips towards the floor. We're rolling up. We're pushing our thighs up, our hips right up into the air. Lovely. And again, we're curling all the way down. So I'm going to get you to see if you can go up onto your head. I'm going to take my hairband out because you need to have your hair quite flat. Now don't worry if you can't do this one or you don't want to, that's not a problem. I'm just going to show you to see if you can. You never know what you can do until you try. Oh, I'm doing that. So we've got our hands in this position. We've walked our feet in as close as we can. We're pushing down, we're lifting up. And then what we're going to see if we can do is if we can lift our chin up and bring our head to the floor. Try not to move your head while you're here, just keeping it looking forward. Whenever you need to, you tuck your chin in and you roll back down again. Have a go. You don't know what you can do till you get there. Lovely. Go on, Ben. So it's all it is just letting the head roll backwards. So once we're getting used to that, don't worry if it doesn't go, it doesn't matter, especially if it's your first time and you've never done it before. It's also extremely scary to think, oh, I'm going up on my head. But once you go up, then it's all to do with the power in your arms. And again, most of the time, it's just a case of fear more than anything else. And that can I get into it today? Go. Woohoo! We got 2 going up. Now, if you're finding that you can't get up, what you could do is staying in this position, staying lifted up. You could try lifting one leg off the floor and lifting the other leg off the floor. So it's making that hip work harder, but push with the hands to help lift the foot up and down. Now, if you can go into thingy, then you could do the same thing and try and lift your foot while you're in wheel. Lift your foot off the floor. Yeah, when you're all the way up, see if you can lift your foot off the floor. But just when you think, oh, it's got easy, I can make it hard again.
Sorry, yeah. Can't do it.
Can't do it yet. Can't do it yet.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's it.
That was a bit scary.
Once you start doing it, the body starts going, oh, okay. I'll try it a little bit more next time. Like that. I haven't done it for ages. Let me see if I can do it. I'm telling people to do it. No, I can't tell I can feel myself sliding. I think I need a new mat. My foot was just going across it as I was going to pick up then. It was about to go. Say that again. You can do it flat as well. You can do it flat as well. But it's, like I said, my foot, as I was picking up, I could feel my foot, one foot sliding along the floor. Then he said, I'll change my mat, or try it a bit better. So, we've gone backwards, so we have to do a bit of a forward bend. You're going to bring yourself up, bend your knees, and you're lifting your chest up, and if you need to, you might need to lift your boobs and bring yourself so that you're flat down. From here, turn the toes up. Come back a bit so you can see. Turn the toes up, keeping your belly against your legs. See if you can slide them a little bit further. The minute your belly starts to come off, stay there. So you're looking forward, you're breathing out, you're seeing if you can bring the knees down a little bit more. Keep the shoulders pulling down. Make sure they're not by the ears. And then breathe in, lift up. Now leave your legs wherever they are, because we're going to go back down to that. So again, you're lifting yourself up, breathing out, trying to place your chest and your belly down on your legs. Grab hold wherever you can. Shoulders down, tuck the chin in, breathing out, see if you can straighten them legs a little bit more. And then bring yourself back up. Bring the foot over. You can tuck that leg underneath if you want, but you don't have to. You're going to bring the opposite arm and grab hold of the knee. Bring the other hand round by your bum and give yourself a little twist. Lovely. And you'll feel this pulling out through the hips, pulling out through the leg, and you're working through the waist. So bring it back round to centre. Take that bottom leg out if you can. Change over. Tuck it under. Grab hold of the leg. All the way round. Yeah. The opposite hand. That's it. That's it. That's it. Bring it round and let's try one more on each side. So spin the other way. No, keep your leg there, but spin the other way. That's it. Use your hand to grab your leg. And it'll hold you up a little bit more. You'll feel it also pulling through that lower back. So again, if you're sitting, especially as we're going back into lockdown now, this is a great exercise if you're sitting on chairs constantly, or settees mainly. If you're sitting on your nice hard chair, it's not so bad, but if you're sitting on settees and working from computers, you need this stretch. And let's change one last time. Bring it back round. Bring yourself into cross leg. And let's stretch out that neck. You're going to drop the chin down, grab hold of the neck and give it a little pull. Bring the hands back down, lift the chin up. We're going to take it back and you're going to bring your jaw forward and you can move it side to side. So lifting the head up, stick the chin up towards the ceiling, give it a little movement. and then bring it back to centre. So you're going to tuck your chin in, bring the ear towards the shoulder, give it a pull, but the other hand, stick it underneath your bum cheek and pull so that you get a nice stretch through the neck. And let's bring the head back to centre. Take your hand down, try the other side. Tuck in, give a pull, stick it underneath. I shall see you in 4 weeks. Oh yeah. Other side, B. That's it. And then bring it back up. We're going to unscrew or screw our head on a little bit tighter. We're turning, looking over our shoulder. We're giving our head a twist, but we're keeping that elbow pulling back. And let's release and bring it round and try the other side. So again, screw the head a little tighter, pull back. Again, these are really good if you're doing, if you're on a computer, so that you're working all the neck in the right areas. They're also working the shoulders and the backs of the arms as well. And then release and bring the head back. So we're going to take yourself down to line. So if you want to, put your socks on, cover your arms. You will get cold. When you lie down, I want you to again do the same thing we were doing. 4 breaths in, 7 breaths hold, 8 breaths out, or 8 seconds out, 8 breaths, 8 seconds out through the mouth. Let the body relax down. I'll talk as well. If you can, close your eyes, put something over your eyes, just to kind of take away this light. If you find that your lower back, when you lie flat, really hurts, then bend the knees, tilt the pelvis up so that the back is flat, but make sure then that the chin goes up, that you flatten it down, and bring the knees together. You can turn your palms up, you can place them on your chest, anywhere you want, as long as they feel nice and relaxed. So that count can be very slow, it can be fast. If at any time you feel you need to, you can always take a couple of them recovery breaths. Just make sure that you're breathing okay and you're relaxed. This breathing exercise has been proven to help reduce your blood pressure, reduce anxiety and stress, and to aid sleep. I just want you to check that you're not holding your jaw tight, that the jaw's nice and relaxed. That your forehead's nice and relaxed. You're not squinching your eyes together. That you're not holding any stress or tension in the shoulders. You're not gripping your fists or pushing the arms towards the floor. There's no tension or tightness in the stomach muscles. Let your bum and your thighs are nice and relaxed. Let the feet, the knees and the ankles feel relaxed. Just following that breath, 4 in, 7 seconds to hold, 8 seconds to breathe out. And it's when you're holding your breath, that's when all the good stuff happens in the body. You should be able to feel the heartbeat. You may feel joints relax, spine relax. If you get thoughts, just label them. Past, future. staying nice and blank. Start to feel movement through the fingers and the toes, through the wrists and the ankles, through the elbows and the knees, through the hips and the shoulders, through the chest and the back, through the neck and the head. Take your arms above your head as you breathe in. Stretch the fingers in one direction, stretch the toes in the other. And as you breathe out, let the body release. Big breath in, reaching one hand, and then the other hand, feeling them side ribs, side waist open. And again, when you need to, breathe out, relax. Pull the knees up towards the chest, and roll the legs round in a circle. And then let's take them in the opposite direction. And then roll over onto your side. Stay here. Make sure that you feel okay. So have a think about your body. Make sure there's no feeling of sickness, there's no pain. And then whenever you're feeling ready, you can bring yourself up to seated. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I do online classes, so if anybody wanted to join, you can take a card. I do Zoom, Instagram and Facebook. 7 classes, I think it's 7 classes a week. Is it 7 classes a week? 7 classes a week, ranging from Mondays is freestyle fitness, so it's quite fast and moving. The Tuesday night is this, but it'll be at 7 o'clock. When I go online, it won't be at 6 o'clock, too early for me. Wednesday, 6:30 is a bit more from kids, a family yoga, so it's a bit more playful. Thursday, and then Tuesday morning I do chair yoga, and Thursday morning I do adapted yoga. So for anybody who's got high blood pressure, diabetes, joint problems, it's more adapted for people that need that. And then Friday morning I do a breathing exercise for about 20 minutes, and then Friday evening do a Zoom relaxation or duvet yoga class, which helps you to sleep. Yeah.
Everybody's joining that now.
Everyone that comes tends to drop off and goes to sleep. Yeah.